all of our platforms, we asked you guys if you've got any questions for us, and you guys delivered. So thank you so much to everyone who sent a question in for us. We're going to try answer as many questions as we can in this vlog. But yeah, the vlog is not just about us answering questions. We're also...
Yeah, we're going to be explaining what it's coming for the road and for Simona and Giovanni this upcoming 2023.
We're going to take you on a little bit of a walk around Playa because there's a lot of Christmas stuff going on, which I mean is very exciting. Oh, good boy! This happens all the time. We've got one big project that we've been working on silently in the background. We have spoken about potentially moving there.
I think my wildest dream.
Let's start with our first question. Your favorite place visited this year?
Well, it's not exactly like a state location, and it's the Azteca Stadium because of the experience. You didn't see that come, eh?
No. If you guys don't know, Giovanni is football crazy, so for him that was like.
But
everything.
if you want me to answer your question, I will say Ajijic.
Ajijic, yeah, Ajijic is beautiful. For me, it would be Mazamitla, which those vlogs are not, we haven't even started editing those vlogs yet. Those are only set to come out in January or February. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. But Mazamitla was truly spectacular and so different from anything we've seen this year, or seen in Mexico so far. So that's my answer. Okay, what's next? The biggest lesson you learned this year?
I think we'll be taking care more of our health. We put so much effort in doing what we actually love, but I think we overwork sometimes and we didn't take care of our health, which was a mistake.
Yeah. To be honest, I actually ended up in hospital this year after, just weeks and weeks and weeks of overexerting ourselves. For the road has always been our top priority, and then it's been our mental, physical, spiritual health. Going into 2023, we're flipping that around. For the road comes after physical and mental health. Working until 5 a.m. in the morning to finish a vlog is just not something that's going to be happening anymore. Without your health, you have nothing. So yeah. That was our forced lesson this year.
Now a question from Anastasia. Do you have any goals for the future? If so, what are they? The ones you don't mind sharing? First of all, we really want to work more with hotels and brands. It's something that we start doing this year, which we are very proud of this, but we really want to have this more like
we just want to extend our profile.
Yeah.
This past year, we set up the intention to put out 36 vlogs.
32.
Yeah. And I think by the end of the year, it would have been 35 that we released. So going into 2023, we are committing to release 40 vlogs for the year, which I'm pretty excited about. I think we can do that. And then our third goal would be to visit at least 3 to 4 new states in Mexico. We don't actually know exactly which states we're going to go to. We of course have an idea of where we'd like to go, but I mean, we'd really appreciate some input from you guys. Tell us in the comments where exactly you want to see us next year, because we haven't finalized our planning yet, so we're still pretty open to ideas. And we almost completely forgot to mention, we've got one big project that we've been working on silently in the background. We can't yet announce exactly what it is, but launching that project is actually our #1 goal for the year.
Something as a hint, I will say it's kind of like it's gonna complement our travel trips.
Exactly, our travel trips.
Our travel vlogs. That's what I mean, travel vlogs.
Yes. An interesting question. If you guys don't already know, I'm from South Africa.
I'm from Mexico.
So the question is, are we moving to South Africa? Do we have any plans to move to South Africa? Okay, so short answer, I would never consider moving back to South Africa long term. However, we have spoken about potentially moving there together for 6 months, maybe a year. We don't know when. It's definitely not going to be next year, but just so that Giovanni has got the opportunity to explore my country as well. I mean, it's not fair that I get to explore his country and he doesn't get to explore mine. So
I had my taste of South Africa before, and actually I really enjoyed it, and I really love to see more of that. So I think it wouldn't be a bad idea.
that would be a fun adventure.
This question is from our friends Field of Visions, and it's, how did you guys meet? Well, we met in the Cayman Islands, a bridge over seas territory, and we actually, funny enough, we met on a dance floor in Salsa Night. There was a restaurant that was hosting a Salsa Night every Tuesday, so I think we saw ourselves like maybe once or twice, and then we fell in love. And she fell in love with my dance step. My dance move.
I
actually
spotted him from across the dance floor and I was like, man alive. After probably about 6 weeks of just like, you know, chatting on the dance floor, I went to renew my license or my insurance or something like that. And while I was sitting in the waiting room, next thing Giovanni walked right into the offices, and my heart just was like, oh my gosh. And he ended up sitting next to me, and that was like where we first like really spoke and we exchanged numbers.
But after that, I think we were seeing each other like on a weekly and like regularly, and then eventually,
yeah, and we fell
ever
in love.
since.
And then we moved to Mexico and we got married.
We start for the road.
Yeah, it's actually funny. It's our 1 year wedding anniversary in 3 days' time. So yeah. You never know. That man that you meet on the dance floor might end up being your esposo.
Or esposa.
Do you ever miss the white snow, like a white Christmas? Good question. Giovanni and I have both never seen snow before. Giovanni grew up here in the Riviera Maya, so I mean it's just tropical and green and beautiful all year round. And because I grew up in South Africa, which is in the southern hemisphere, firstly, we don't get snow. I mean, there's one mountain range that gets it just gets a touch of snow, but Christmas time is actually our summer. So for me, Christmas time means beach time, swim time, barbecue time. We've never experienced that, but we have a dream of going to see a legit Christmas market, probably in like Germany or Switzerland or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a definite travel bucket list goal that we share, because I mean that's what you grow up seeing in movies.
Well, an interesting question from Vivian and Daryl Peters, and it is, what Christmas tradition are you creating together?
Good question. We're not going super big on Christmas. We don't have a Christmas tree. We don't have a lot of space in our house to store that kind of stuff. So we are going to go see the Christmas lights. That's something we haven't done. So that's where we're actually headed next. We're planning a dinner with Giovanni's mom and brother's partner. So yeah, and also a Christmas lunch with our lovely neighbor Steve. So in South Africa, we celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December. That's when you open your gifts. That's when you have like a big Christmas meal. Whereas I think it's like a Latin American
thing. Yeah.
You guys actually celebrate on the 24th of December. So you have your big meal on the 24th. You open your presents.
You open your presents. No, you open your presents on the 25th morning.
Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, anyways, the 24th is big for you, the 25th is big for me. So I think it's quite a nice thing for us to like integrate where we celebrate both days, because I mean, I mean, that's the beauty of marrying someone from another country. You've got the opportunity and the exposure to like develop your own traditions.
Yeah, we don't only have to have carne asada, we can also have a braai.
We can have a lekker braai. Are you guys planning to visit any other country other than Mexico? We love your Mexico vlogs, but wondering if you have something in mind for the future outside of Mexico. Well, Mexico will always be our home base, and we have big plans for what we'd like to create in Mexico and like how we'd like to construct our lives in Mexico. But we love travel. We've always traveled together since we started dating. We pretty much right away started traveling together. So yes, we'd absolutely like to start including more countries. I don't know if that will start from 2023. We see what opportunities come our way, what doors open.
I think it's something that we had in our bucket list, visiting some places that we've always been wanting to visit, even before we were together. And
So the thing is, in Playa, there aren't really a lot of like very Christmassy things to do except the lights. So we've come down to the local plaza, the Palacio, to check out the Christmas lights, but they've got marquesitas here. So I'm getting a marquesita, of course, and then we've got a few more questions to answer. Queso and Nutella, always the best.
the best.
Nice, eh?
Oh,
I'm so excited. It looks like a good one as well. Gracias. Not all marquesitas are made equal. This one looks fantastic.
That's it, my bro.
There's no elegant way of eating a marquesita, but man, they're so good. You enjoying the Christmas
Very
lights?
nice, eh?
Yeah, very
nice.
nice.
Cool. It's cool because it brings like all the families. And actually, this is more like the local thing. If you go to the Fifth Avenue, it's more like tourist. Of course, it's a tourist area, but I think it's nice to see the families here with the kids and playing around here and getting some marquesitas and elotes. I think it's cool. Simone got her marquesita.
Finished it?
And I got my elote.
Yes, yeah. Giovanni's more of a savory guy, more of a sweet girl. I got a major sweet tooth. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Do you find it challenging to spend so much time together? I'll let you open this one up.
The answer is a straightforward yes.
I'm grateful every single day that we get to spend so much time together, because when we used to work in hotels, we used to be like passing shifts. Giovanni would get home at 7 a.m. and then I would have to be at work at 8 a.m. So we never saw each other, and that's something that really like put a strain on our relationship. The last 2.5 years that we've spent so much time together, obviously like our bond has gotten so deep, and we really have an understanding for one another and each other's moods that we would never have had if we stayed on the path that we were on. Because I mean, it really does take the amount of time that we spend together. We've really got an opportunity to really know one another, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, sometimes I want to punch you in the teeth.
Okay, another question from Anastasia. What are your dreams? I will answer that. Well, I will start. I mean, forming a family. I think it's one of my dreams. I mean, collective dream.
I really can't wait to see Giovanni become a dad. Giovanni's going to be an incredible dad, and I'm really excited to see that. We would really love to build our own home here in Mexico one day. Yeah. I've got Pinterest boards. I know what our house is going to look like already. We've got huge dreams for the road, like not just as a YouTube channel. We've got so many things that we'd love to see come to life. Yeah. Obviously in time, like it's just mountains of work and things. So in the next few years, I really see For the Road evolving much further than just being a YouTube channel.
I think my wildest dream, the next World Cup.
Oh yes, Giovanni, again, soccer obsessed. Long story short, I would love to meet an orangutan in real life. Meeting an orangutan, holding an orangutan's hand in real life, oh my word. Alright, so we've got a few more questions to answer, but they actually involve Ted, and he has to be present for that.
No, he has to answer them.
Oh yeah, okay. We are back in our house so that we can have our senior bear in our video, but we just need to go and grab him. Hey, come here, my bear. Ted is half collie and half chow, so he's very intelligent, but he's also very cheeky.
Is it for a bear? It's not here, Melo.
Are you sure? You guys are going to think that we are literally the worst parents in the world. We're not. We love him very much, but he keeps escaping to his Uncle Steve's house, and we legitimately didn't even know that he was there. Oh, hello.
It's gotten to the point now where I can't remember whether he's supposed to be here or not.
Yes, move your butt. Come. Did you come back? We're all in. Okay, so we found Ted. He's back. The whole reason that we have him sitting here with us is because Julie asked, how's Ted? He's really good. He's got an
attitude now.
Yeah. Let's put your little outfit on you. Oh, good boy. You got
another one.
We completely forgot to mention, we have a big goal of buying a car, and Giovanni's going to explain why.
Having a car will allow us to bring Ted with us in some of our trips. So that's one of the main reasons. So
for us to be able to take him on a trip with us would make his whole life. He loves going for adventures. He loves his car rides. So we want a car for us to make our lives easier, but we mostly want a car so that we can give him car rides because that's what he lives for. So excuse this happens all the time. Oh gosh. Oh, now we can sit. Well, if you've made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. If you've watched any of our videos before, you know that we are usually pretty hectic with the travel stuff, so it's actually quite nice to just sit down and just have a little chit chat. So thank you. So some of you might already know that we have officially launched our Buy Me a Coffee page, which is basically a new page where we can share different content with you guys, and if you would like to buy us a coffee, or in other words support us here at For the Road, that's how that works. So if you would like to contribute in any way, you can follow the link here. We also have free stuff on there, so if you want to go and check out what's available on there, just go click the link. And
we're gonna be creating more stuff for this 2023, and we will be sharing more stuff there that you won't see here in YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. So
Exactly. And speaking of that, if you're not already signed up for our email newsletter, which is called the Chisme, which means the gossip, sign up for that. We send out more or less one email every single month. It's just a little roundup of what we do. Plus, we're going to be launching so many new things in the new year. And if you want to get sneak peek access to all of that, then subscribe to our newsletter. So subscribe to the Chisme.